Hello. We meet once more. Specifically, as things happen to be, we're going to be continuing with the, Max Payne game. Let me just fix. Continue with the, everything. Da da da. Bring in. Da, 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 da. Max Payne. Single player game. I believe that. Done. And I believe this is it. I could be wrong. I could be very, very wrong. But I believe I've got everything right. Let me just check for some additional things. Okay. Uh, so, how's everyone's day been? Whoops, there goes my phone. Okay. We are still going to have the whole issue where I can't actually see a stream chat thing with the app on my computer, but that's going to be okay because I have my phone set up and ready for this. But we are going to go into Max Payne. If I can just find him, there you are. Now the question is he going to pop up? There we go. Max Payne. The Adventures of Max Payne. Played by Max Payne. Controlled by Kaiju-Z. Now let's see if this Bulgarian gumshoe is going to get to the bottom of this mystery. When last we left off, our boy Max got some clues, got some follow-ups, lost a partner, gained some well, a lot of names for his hit list. Chased down Vinnie Gognitti after taking care of a lot of his guys, left him to die in an alley, and made his way to a place called Club Ragnarok. We're gonna continue from where we left off. Actually, let me look again just to be sure, because I want to hear the show objectives. No. I've never cared much for objectives. How was it exactly? Options. Yeah. So where are we? Well, if you'll remember last time, our boy, Vinnie Gognitti, gave us a clue. Or not so much a clue, but the whole shebang about how his boss, Jack Lupino, was working off of his club, Ragnarok. And Jack Lupino is not exactly a mentally healthy man. We're hearing some... I saw!
The book had never been a bestseller.
Let's see. Before we do anything.
Given the setting, I was surprised to find that somebody had been passing time reading. The paperback was entitled The Age of Murder and Storm. The blurb on the back mentioned Norse mythos and Ragnarok, the end of a Viking world with a terrible winter that covered the earth in ice, when vile crimes were rampant and all humanity lost. I could see how somebody impressionable might get it into their head that we were at the end of time. I was also beginning to see what the nightclub and its owner were all about.
Now this does make me wonder, what came first, the name or the obsession? Freaking zombie demons from outer space.
There he is!
Ah, our favorite glass cannon.
Get him!
You know, I almost
The book
forgot
had never been a
that he was
bestseller.
a glass cannon of a fighter. He's less Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he's more.
Given the setting, I was surprised to find... Given the set...
Let's see. Better just get to it. That's not how a shotgun is supposed to work. I think I speak for everyone when I say this.
Hey!
Not that I'm gonna complain.
No!
Thank you. saving a lot, as a tradition. So I don't think I ever checked here for guns. It's nice to have these. Guess they already know we're here. Pretty little mafia boys. I was thirsty.
Books on the occult had been piled on the table. The room was stacked with light reading, such as Necronomicon, Witchcraft, and Paradise Lost. Old exotic titles like Malleus Maleficarum and De Umbrarum Reini Novum Portus. Books with pentagrams on their covers, all dealing with the occult and the infernal, lying between stacks of horror videos and a couple of Ouija boards. The only thing I could take seriously was the thought of Lupino taking it seriously. He had been spending a lot of time getting intimate with the guy downstairs.
It doesn't matter how fake this seems to you. It's real enough to the guy who believes it. And that's the problem. Because he's gonna fight like he means it, because he probably does. Yep, as I figured. Huh, really? Okay. Then we're going back this way. And through this door here. Through this door here. How did they see me? Slow-mo was not intended, but I'm not gonna complain. Yeah, we caused some problems here. It's the closest you'll see me play a first-person max. This game does not have first-person unless you use a mod. And I'm not good at modding. Though I am going to try it somewhere down the line for some other games.
Hey,
It's not you. Where was this code? There's the last drink I had. Walking, teetering on the edge of sanity. My fall was always predicted. Ow. See? This game already looks amazing for its time. I look forward to the remakes. It's like all the angels from heaven were pissing rain upon us all. That is a nice little detail.
Karaoke never was my scene.
Ah, come on, Max. You'd be a killer at it. me see how this works. Yep.
Yo!
Thank you. Here we are going to the next zone.
The backstage area led to Lupino's inner sanctum. The hot air inside was like an invisible wall, thick with incense and something else, a sickly sweet smell that made you gag. This was the rotten core of the Big Apple. Lupino lurked somewhere ahead, like a spider at the center of his web, waiting.
Oh.
The vapors in the air started to make my head swim. Torn pieces of a letter lay scattered on the sofa. Punchinello had threatened Lupino in writing. The note had been torn to pieces, bloody fingerprints all over them.
Don't want you to think that one of my boys is not playing with a full deck. Shape up, Jack. We are running a business here. I'd hate to send the trio to strong-arm you.
The trio were the Don's notorious henchmen. It was obvious that Lupino hadn't been intimidated by the threat.
When the underboss is not intimidated by the underbosses.
Lupino's notes covered the table. Jack Lupino was crazy, all right. The table was scattered with notes of demented arcane nonsense written in rusty blood, a mishmash list of demons, devils, and dark gods evoked.
Beelzebub, Asmodeus, Baphomet, Lucifer, Loki, Cthulhu, Lilith, Hela, blood given to you all.
He was after that old Faustian deal, your soul for power and fortune. Just sign on the dotted line with your blood.
Mr. Lupino, I have
Lupino's
complaints.
notebook lay on the pedestal.
It's supposed to be Cthulhu, not Cthulhu.
Jack Lupino was crazy, all right.
Mythic wolves, let loose to devour the sun and the moon. Lupino is the wolf. I'm Mr. Beast, the big bad Fenris wolf. I'm the end of the world man, wearing the flesh of fallen angels.
After Y2K, the end of the world had become a cliche. But who was I to talk? A brooding underdog avenger alone against an empire of evil, out to right a grave injustice. Everything was subjective. There were only personal apocalypses. Nothing is a cliche when it's happening to you.
Yep.
The flesh of fallen angels! Come to me all! Astaroth, Beelzebub, Asmodeus, Baphomet, Lucifer, Loki, Satan, Cthulhu, Lilith, Hela! Blood to you all! Secrets living under the skin of reality. I've seen it. The corruption of flesh. I'm the wolf, yeah! I am the wolf!
I did not realize he was a furry.
It's coming.
I'm proud of him
You
for coming
have
out like
come.
this.
A
But I think the
witness to
bodies are a
end
bit excessive.
of time. It's now! I will rise to her side! I don't need the words! I'm beyond the words!
What words? Jackie boy. Who are you talking to?
Hold it. Hey,
I had
Jeff
known there'd
Lupino,
have to be a
presume?
catch in it somewhere, and this one was the Empire State Building of catches. Lupino was pumped up and dying to go 15 rounds with a mutant alligator. And then he started this spooky monkey talk, straight from a bad dream. Mine.
I have tasted the flesh of fallen angels. I've tasted the devil's green blood. It runs in my veins. I've seen beyond a world of skin, the architecture of blood and bow and arrow. Death is coming! She is coming, and hell follows with her. This is the twilight winter. I am ready to be her son. Her time is now, and all who stand in her way must die!
Why are you pointing at the viewers?
Die! You'll die! You'll die! Now! Oh, die! Oh!
Damn it. This is gonna be annoying as all hell. I changed my mind. That was super easy. Once you get the riff under control.
When Lupino finally went down, I wanted to make real sure he'd stay that way. V was a bad monster. Turned them into friggin' zombie demons from outer space.
I think he's dead already.
Huh? And that's when it happened.
But dead or not, you've got the wrong guy.
In stepped this knockout femme fatale holding a gun to my face. I returned the favor. Lisa Punchinello. Lisa Punchinello was the Don's wife.
Mona Sachs, Lisa's evil twin.
Your safety's off, evil twin. You might hurt someone with that gun of yours.
Cherry.
Lisa's the damsel in distress. I'm the professional. I'd blow you away without batting an eye.
Sure, and you can check out my credentials splattered all over this joint.
Glad to see you in chat.
Jack couldn't have framed you. Not the state he was in. We're after the same slime bag. Angelo Punchinello's the one who murdered your friend and framed you with it.
You know this for a fact.
I've got my sources.
I don't have a clue these days. I just shoot them as they come. Who put a contract on the
I was,
Archfiend?
This
a
one's
little
mine.
identified.
I
Sorry
hate the
if
guts of that
I only
sadistic
just
wife
now seen your
beater.
message.
Why not pool our bullets for this one?
I thought you'd never ask. My finger was starting to twitch.
How do you like your whiskey?
I'm easy, as long as you don't try to slip me a Mickey.
You're a real angel, Max.
It was good stuff. Tasted sweet as honey going down.
Nothing personal. Can't risk you going berserk and getting Lisa killed.
Oh, great. Not just gonna.
The nightmare was always
Damn.
the same. Violent shapes moving in darkness, old and ugly. The killer's mad laughter was a riddle filled with wicked innuendo. Somewhere, the baby was crying.
So, hey, Cherry. Good to see you. I'm in the middle of, a very trippy level of Max Payne 1. How trippy is it? Well, very dream focused, very dream oriented. Long corridors that don't make any sense. Running as far as the eye can see. This is a more infamous part of Max Payne.
Please, Max. Why? I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
And that it's some of the best leveling, but also some of the worst leveling. I think the trick here is to follow the screaming, like specifically from where you hear it. Is this the way? Yeah, this is part 2 of the Let's Play. I believe the VOD for part 1 is still here. Still on my channel. I've been trying to upload them on YouTube, but unfortunately, I'm not verified. And for some reason, I'm having trouble with my phone. Do you think this is the way? Is this it? It's getting louder. Right, so this is Max Payne. It's the story of a man out for revenge and justice for the deaths of his loved ones. He is a former police officer who turned DEA agent. He infiltrated mobsters so that he could get deeper into the mystery of where the drug that the killers of his family were on, and he's been trying to bust everything up. We just beat Jack Lupino, who was one of the underbosses of the Punchinello crime family. The man was high as a kite, off of the drug that is infamous in this game, Valkyr, or V for short. In small doses, it apparently is very popular, but in greater doses, it turns you a lot crazy. There's a trick to this corridor, but I'm not sure which way I'm supposed to go. It's a little frustrating. I think I went the wrong way to start. This is gonna be content. Come on, baby. Lead the way with your screams. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. The writer of this game, Sam Lake, the head writer, he's a big fan of Twin Peaks, and already there was a couple of references with a TV show that had like a red curtained room. But enough, earlier on television there was a quiz show, and one of the questions was about the lead detective, Dale Cooper's favorite drink and quote. The man really loves coffee, is the thing. Okay, if I don't find it in the next couple of minutes, I'm gonna restart the level, because I think I got it wrong. There we go! Actually, no, wait. Damn! I went back to the start! You know what? Might as well. Here we go again.
Max, no, please, Max. Why? I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
No. We are stuck in a labyrinth. A labyrinth of Max's own making. Okay, that and getting drugged by Lisa Punchinello's twin sister, Mona Sachs. There we go!
Should have known it when we found you snoring next to Lupino's corpse. A comedian, huh?
Da-da-da. Newspapers. And...
Michelle looked at me from the photo. The Payne family. Happiness captured in a Polaroid moment. I had thought it would last forever, till death do us part. I didn't want to think about it. As long as I didn't, it could never happen. But I had broken my own rule. The thought had already slipped in. Fear was rusty needles poking at my brain. Cold and scaly, it slithered down my chest.
Yeah, Max is a very verbose kind of detective in the style of the neo-noir.
The pictures were filled with good old times.
Noir type narration from a detective. They never state the name of the daughter in the first two games, I think. But in the third game, it's confirmed that the daughter they had, her name was Rose.
Alex and I had a few moments of glory between us. Crime-fighting comrades, the best in NYPD DEA collaborative team. Good-hearted macho bullshit like that. I would have given anything to have him here as my backup. No such luck. No luck at all.
His name is Alex Balder, and when Max joined the DEA in order to get down and dirty and find people responsible for the drug, Alex was the first person out of two that he was able to trust in his investigations. Sadly, he was murdered while the two were talking through a few bars.
I really love to watch cartoons. Captain Baseball Bat Boy is my favorite.
Captain Baseball Bat Boy is
It's my favorite.
an in-game mascot, a comic book character who slowly gets elevated to more than just being a comic book character. And this is a very tricky part here. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be blood or milk or chalk on the ground. But, this is, kind of horrifying platforming. I think there's always been some complaints, even when the game first came out, about how tricky it was to maneuver around here. I'm trying to restrain myself from raising the brightness of the game for the sake of a better experience. Damn it.
It's my favorite.
One wrong move, one wrong pick, so when it's over. I'm also not trying to save during this for some reason, because I don't want to risk saving over something important. I wish I had a diagram. Then again, I can't alt and tab here, so this is kind of frustrating. Wrong way. I hear you, Rose. That is coming. Follow the screams. I believe you gotta follow the screams here. There we go. Now I'm confident enough to make a save. Time for trauma! Let's go traumatize Max some more.
No. No, no, please, God, no.
Yeah. 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 This game does not hold back during this part. This also happens in the start without, except without the dead being written down. I don't think the drugged up boys had any time to put that together because I think it's happening too fast. But yeah. Here we come.
You can slice them, dice them, shoot them full of holes, blow them to bits, vaporize them, disintegrate them. No matter what you do, they'll still be back, good as new.
Michelle's diary lay on the table. Michelle was working part-time in the district attorney's office. Her diary was open on today's entry, her handwriting all pretty curves.
An army dossier found its way to my desk yesterday. Valhalla? Isn't that a Norse myth? Something about Vikings? I tried to tell Max about it, but he was busy, that cute frown on his brow. Guess it's nothing, just a mix-up at the courier service.
From now on, I would always find time for her. It was a hollow promise. Too little, too late.
He's just such a sad little guy. I love him. So, Vikings. Earlier, you might have noticed we had a bit of a situation with Jack Lupino, who called himself Mr. Wolf, or the Beast. I mentioned Alex Balder. I mentioned Valkyr. There was a mention of Hel and Loki. And also we had a phone call in the previous part from a man called Woden. Now, in Norse mythology, Woden is one of the many aliases of Odin.
Max, no, please, Max. Why? I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
They love their references.
Murderer! You killed her!
Nothing like that ever happens in the real world.
Nothing like that ever happens in the real world.
I woke up in a bad dream. My head felt 2 sizes too small for my brain.
Max Payne. I envy your name.
And the killer was
My
smiling.
father.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Frankie the Bat Niagara.
Niagara, as in you cry a lot? He had a baseball bat and I was tied to a chair. Pissing him off was the smart thing to do.
Nothing wrong with a little laugh now and then. Take me, for example. I love to watch cartoons. Cartoon violence is a fascinating thing. Let's take a break. I need to take a leak and maybe grab a cold one at the bar. Don't worry. I'll be back to finish this off. And then, it's checkout time.
You play, you pay, you bastard. He swaggered out, and the door clanged shut behind him, locks clicking into place. Everyone makes mistakes. Mine hadn't been to crack jokes about the goon with the bat. He'd have cracked my skull regardless. It hadn't even been to trust a girl with a gun. I had blindly gone after the first bad guy on my hit list when I should have been aiming further up the ladder, at the head of the Punchinello family. I couldn't bring myself to be pissed at Mona. Guess I had a soft spot for her pretty face. But when somebody decides to play baseball with your head, you tend to get sore. They had dragged me back to the basement of Lupino's hotel. I was beaten, bruised, and blue. I felt like the chair I had broken to get free.
And now, we're at a very interesting part because
All I had was Niagara's bat, sticky with my own blood.
all we have is Frankie Niagara's bat. And nothing else. This is gonna be a
Without a gun, I'd be no match for
a
Frankie's
strict
men.
situation.
I'd have to play hide and seek with them.
It's Frankie's turn. We'll take care of it. It's Frankie's turn.
Now, this being an old game, there's bound to be some stuff that goes a little kablooey. And it's gonna be a very annoying level for me because I've had to replay it multiple times in the past to get what I want. There is a room I want to get to, but it's gonna require me to be fleet of foot and sneaky as hell. And I don't trust myself being sneaky as hell. I can only hope these guys don't get scrunched up together. Oh, thank God. Okay.
What the hell?
Yeah, we gotta be a bit more careful than that. Okay, that's more like it. Ignore that. Good. Okay. Now we gotta be a bit more precise. Son of a bitch. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit. I have horrible aim. I think that was all of them. Now, there's probably a smarter way to do this. I mean, there's definitely a smarter way to do this. But that'll require me to be smart. Not to play myself down, of course. What I pulled was still a little risky and a little lucky. But it's the fun of it all, you know? You want to make some kind of a big show, you know? Throw yourself left and right. Commit heinous acts of violence against a bunch of mooks. Style on a bunch of fools, you know? And we're not getting that. And I'm deeply sorry. So very, very sorry.
Another newspaper caption for a murder scene.
I'm not sorry about these guys. They kind of got what they deserve. I should be much careful though. I don't remember fighting these guys, so they've got an interesting disposal strategy.
Frankie had left his calling card, a Captain Baseball Bat Boy strip, next to a sewer passage filled with bodies.
You'd better not mess with Captain Baseball Bat Boy. Even my arch enemy, Bicycle Helmet Girl, swoons at the sight of me. Aha!
There were enough corpses to put a mass murderer to shame.
Yep, and a lot of these are my deal. So, I'm trying to understand what Captain Baseball Bat Boy is supposed to be. He's supposed to be like the one for references this. He's supposed to be a weird childlike innocence being put in front of all the madness that we perpetuate and have perpetuated upon us. I'd say. But Frankie the Bat Niagara does love himself some cartoon characters. That may be his only way of dissociating out of everything.
There he is.
Alright, I forgot. This door opens the other way. That's how they do it with these elevators.
It's Payne.
Even when he wins, Max is in constant pain. Pain to the max. Let's see. Before I go further on, I need to investigate this place. Just in case there's something else here. I'm gonna need all the ammo I can get if I am to beat Frankie the Bat Niagara. Where did this guy come from? He was standing here the whole time. So we carry on. So this is still from the same night, I'm guessing. earlier, what happened was that a bunch of bombs went off in some of Punchinello's buildings, and the Russian mafia, the head of the Russian mafia in the city drove by in the limo, like at a very peaceful pace, watching it happen.
Things were fast going from bad to worse. The men in blue had come and gone. They had decorated the place with chalk outlines and tied it together with yellow tape. The cops who had stayed behind were dead. Frankie, his boys, and I had the place all for ourselves.
A romantic date for Frankie and I. So we were here earlier. We actually crashed through the top here. It's how we got to this end. The room was full of guys. We had to like kill them from different angles.
Just forget about it. Just forget about it. Hey, just forget about it. That crazy witch, you should have heard her. She was a real scream when the boys caught her trying to cap the Don. Oh, that's freaking bad. To the trio? That's even worse than what Frankie's doing to that poor bastard downstairs. She's gonna take a long time to die.
The mobster muscle on the phone was talking about Mona. Punchinello's trio were nothing but bad news.
Guess they didn't have time to redecorate from my last trip here. Magazines, yeah, doors are open.
More evidence that Punchinello didn't like me much.
The fact remains that all the victims so far identified in the Ragnarok shooting have been known criminals, many of whom had large doses of V in their blood. Reliable sources say that Max Payne was also among those killed, although no body has been recovered at this time.
Reliable sources. That meant somebody thought the Mafia had me, didn't want the cops snooping around anymore. The body would be delivered to them barely recognizable. Case closed. Don Punchinello had the power to be that reliable source, which was no news. But his news was old news. Framing me hadn't been enough. Don Punchinello had put a hit on me. He wanted me dead, and it had been important enough for him to give written instructions to Frankie about it.
Max Payne should die like a dog for the trouble he's caused. Frankie, I know I can trust you to give this matter the dedication it needs.
You know they're desperate when their letters are quite literal. Ah, damn it. You know, this was not my intention for his end. But I'm happy for the little surprises, you know? At least I'm guessing that the toilets work. Do they? Oh, thank everything. They're working. Oh, Frankie.
The hotel bar was fast developing quite a history. True to his words, Frankie was there, having a beer.
Jesus Christ. How the hell did you get loose?
Got bored waiting. Thought, what the hell, we could just as well finish this here.
Fine by me. This works out just as well. Fine by me. This works out just as well.
I think I got Frankie. Oh, never mind. There he is. Oh, Frankie! Mi amor! I miss you so much. Rotten hell, Frankie. Promise I'll visit soon.
Thank you. You've been a lovely aunt. Had enough? I don't play with girls anyway. Unfair!
I spotted the tail as soon as I left the hotel. A big black Mercedes. I'd seen the car before. That time it had heralded impressive explosions. Vladimir was back.
Bang. You're dead, Max Payne.
I might have laughed if I remembered how. What's this supposed to be? Cops and robbers? Look, you want something with me? Get in line.
Peace, man. Relax. You know you are a real news item. Armed and dangerous. I am going to make you an offer you can't refuse. I've always wanted to say that.
It's a bum rap. I've been framed.
Well, that's a moot point. Whatever you did or did not do, I'm sure you had good reason for doing it. Want to hear me out?
I'm listening.
Punchinello messing with V is bad for business all around. But that's not all. There is this guy, Boris Time, used to pull jobs for me. He's the captain of the cargo ship Charon. Now the bastard turncoat has gone over to the other side, Punchinello's. The ship's loaded with high-res hardware, guns, my business. If Punchinello gets hold of that cargo, he's won and I have lost. And you'll have your work cut out for you. If you want to get to Punchinello, you will need heavy-duty persuaders. I am just the man to get them for you. Change the ship back under my flag, maybe pop 2 in the traitor Dime's head while you're at it. You'll get enough guns to start the apocalypse. You in or out?
Let's get this show on the road. Vladimir was one of those old-time bad guys with honor and morals, which made him almost one of the good guys. None of us was a saint. The Brooklyn riverfront was a maze of rusty containers, sharp-boned cranes looming up from the snowstorm. On a night like this, you couldn't help but think of the dark army of dead men sleeping with the fishes, cement shoes in line. No Minotaur lurked in this labyrinth, but somewhere out there, on the clanking deck of his cargo freighter, the skipper of the Chiron was waiting, like the ferryman of the river Styx.
So, that was Vladimir Lem. This is our first conversation with the man. If you can trust 2 things about the man, he's a mafia guy from Russia, so he doesn't like the American gangsters. So we can trust him about that.
What the?
Ow.
Hold it.
And 2. He really wants his stuff back. So he might play nice with us for now. Vladimir Lem, though his voice is not matched by the body actor, the person performing him in the comics is Marcus Aresto, I think? Hard to say. But he is the lead vocalist of Poets of the Fall.
Both of them beaten to a pulp. Eyes swollen. They couldn't see in the end. Swaying on their feet. Slipping on the blood. Money's worth.
Brought tears to my eyes. Transcendent.
Marcus Arresto and Sam Lake were friends since college, I believe. And this is the earliest I believe that they have collaborated.
What the hell?
Okay, we're gonna play a little game here. Missed! Okay.
Slipping on the blood.
Let me try it like this. No.
Slipping. What the hell? Feet slipping on the bed. Feet slipping on the blood. Hold it.
Wow.
Slipping on the blood. What the hell? Feet slipping. Feet slipping on the blood. What the hell? What the hell?
I'm having horrible aim right now, sorry.
Feet slipping. Feet slipping on the blood. What the hell?
That makes... Oof. I ain't gonna lie, that was a bit rough. Gotta get my hands on some paint cars now. Huh. Ask Kanisha receive. Let's see if I can actually get up there. Nope. I think there's a way. I just gotta try it. No, I'm gonna need to make some stuff and things for this. Oh, glad I saved. What the heck? That's more like it. A cold wake up call in hell. No. What's with all the... Seriously? I'll fix the grenade. Bye, boys. Ow.
Hey, yeah.
Really?
Hey.
Yeah, we're gonna have to carry on from this angle.
Yo.
Yeah, this is gonna be a bit annoying.
Got him down.
Whew. Anyone else? Anyone else want to be a tough guy? Yeah, I figured not. And just like that, we're out of painkillers again. So how's it going in chat? You doing alright, Cherry? I believe I got a thing from here. Okay, that's not gonna work. Let me try another angle. Good. Okay. Okay, I understand. Ah, that is horrifying. Any idea what's making that happen? Fire! Missed, asshole. Thanks for all the painkillers. Yeah, I noticed there was something up recently. Connection issues. trouble focusing here. You didn't even see me. What do you mean, hold it? They don't see me. Let's see.
Yo!
I'll hope to fix that soon. Son of a...
Yo!
Blew each other away.
What the?
I think it says for this game is like a puzzle. Are you kidding me with this?
Hey,
Life is Max Payne is pain.
them, weren't they? This way. In here. That's Payne.
I doubted the letter was a receipt.
The one and only.
Rico Muerte had come to town to do more than just sort out family troubles. Exhibits number 1, 2, and 3.
Aww.
A briefcase of money, a sniper rifle,
Wow.
and an envelope with
Give them
one
lots
word
of
neatly
pats for
printed
me,
on a
okay?
folded piece of expensive paper.
Mayor.
Expensive paper.
It didn't sound like a mafia contract at all. It was too cold and too to the point.
There we go. Thank you. I needed that. Now let's get in. All first personnel only. Okay, so I need to do this somehow. Caution. Use fuel blocks when parking in this area. There we go. Oh, fellas. All this over little old me. You're gonna make me blush. Got a limp. My leg. Being Max's pain. Okay, let's give us another go. Sweet num. Hello. I don't remember this part. Gang, we found a secret room. One even I remembered. Yep. gonna be one of those mazes again. Ow. Okay. What are the odds that the moment I start going up the stairs, I'm gonna get jumped? Let's test this theory, shall we? I have a theory. Turns out it was correct. What do we have there? Might be able to get there. Oh, hello. Thank you. There, that's better. chance, I'm gonna take it. Luckily, those guys are dead, because based on how they died, that was. There should be another one, I think. There they are. If there's nothing left. Ah, there we go. Baya. So let's look around before I go for that door. You know, I refuse to waste my bullets and my health. How do I get in? There was a way, I think. I'm not sure I'm supposed to be creative about it or just go with the flow. Ah, damn it. Okay, I'll get to it eventually. There's a way.
Got him down!
No thanks.
I had found Boris Dime's ship.
Lucky that bullet found that man's skull. Let her go. No, you know what? No. We're doing it a bit differently. Oh my god! So it doesn't matter. Okay. We're doing this. We're doing this. We're doing this. It ain't easy being cheesy. Now is fine.
Rust had crept over the side of the cargo steamer a long time ago. Boris Dime would be on board. I'd have to smoke half of his crew to even get near the gangplank. The guns were probably being kept in the hold, buried amidst the rats and oily water.
The Sharon, or Karen, an entirely different mythology, mixed in with the Norse mythology stuff. In the end, it was worth it. We're telling a story of different heritages, different circumstances. Different guns. What the heck? Okay, that was a weird bug. You know what? Let me just do it like that. I don't appreciate how that went.
Rust had crept over the...
I was metaphoring!
Hey,
I knocked on their door. Guess their other dimension. Freaking zombie demons from outer space.
Time.
Again, Max is not a super cop. He's just a stubborn one. I have no idea how this guy died. Okay, I figured it out. Never mind. Oh.
Angelo Punchinello here.
Angie, tell me, how much did Dime cost you? I bet it was more than his name.
Max Payne.
Right the first time.
You're dead, punk.
You sure you're not confusing me with Boris here? But you are right, of course. Pretty soon we should get together and have a talk.
You son of a...
Pissing Punchinello off was a dangerous game, but when people get mad, they make mistakes. I should know. That's where I wanted Punchinello, mad enough to trip over his own feet, preferably into a grave.
He feels so comfortable with all this. Okay.
Dime! Dime!
Kinda messed it up. Not gonna lie. Vodka.
You know how to handle yourself. Anybody who says different is calling me a liar. Vladimir here. Collect all the guns and ammo you want. Meet me on the bridge afterwards.
Okay, I think I have everything I need. Thank you, Vladimir. Now, this is the Jumbo Cross. This is where it will happen.
Did you get everything you need?
Check.
I owe you. Anything you need.
This is my solo. When I'm through, Punchinello won't be anybody's problem anymore.
Clear as vodka. But anytime you get between a rock and a hard place, just whistle. This could be the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
You really get a bang out of this big-time gangster act, don't you? Even with all this firepower, I figured I couldn't get to Punchinello at his manor. I could only hope that he wouldn't pass a chance to hear me beg, to see he's won. This is Max Payne. I want to cut a deal.
Payne,
You're a dead man.
That's what everybody keeps telling me. I got your ship and her cargo. I want to meet. No pain, no gain. Capiche?
You know my restaurant?
Yeah, I know it.
1 hour.
1 hour.
Punchinello's restaurant had seen better days. Snow was falling like ashes from post-apocalyptic skies, but that was outside. Things would soon get hot in the Don's restaurant. I knew it was a long shot, Angelo Punchinello actually showing up, but there was no crime in hoping.
And so we are at the Punchinello restaurant. There's no one here though. He's blowing up his own place! The friggin' maniac! Okay. That's one desperate man. Honestly, I've done this multiple times. I have no idea where I'm supposed to go. Go, gotcha, go. All the states in hell burning after us. Okay, I think I see it. Holy shit, that was fast. You ever want to kill a man so bad you burn your own place down? You cut your nose out to spite your face. How much money do you have, man? Okay, I think I see what happened there. God. Come on. Kid. You missed.
Punchinello was burning to get me. The feeling was mutual. He was trying to put out my flames with gasoline.
Okay, now we're a little safe. We can catch our breath. We can think of what to do, what to use. This man is bringing his whole business to the ground just to get to me.
The mobsters have been guarding a real treasure. The way out of this disco inferno. The mobsters have been guarding a real treasure. The way out of this disco inferno. The mobsters have been guarding a real treasure. The way out of this disco inferno.
There he is!
Max is gonna need such a shower after this. If he survives. shotgun fight and I still win.
Vlad had seen my smoke signals. The Mercedes was revving to go, almost drowning out the banshee wail of the sirens.
You coming? We'll drop you off at the Punchinello Manor.
Sounds good to me.
When this is over, look me up. I could use a professional like you.
I'll keep that in mind.
It all makes sense why he's there. He wanted to see Punchinello dead.
The night groaned with cold. The garden lights flickered nervously. In their light, the falling snow was dead white before the darkness ate it up. I had heard the stories. The trio were mad dogs. They'd have hung the heads of their enemies over the manor gates if the capo had only let them. Punchinello wanted Payne. He'd see the pain.
Oh.
The trick in my situation was that there was no trick, no matter what the movies tell you. No rules, no secret mantra, no roadmap. It wasn't about how smart or how good you were. It was chaos and luck, and anyone who thought different was a fool. All you could do was to hang on madly, as long and as hard as you could. Someone had graciously left the back door open for me and killed the guards. My money was on Mona. I knew the trio would be standing between me and Punchinello. I had read their rap sheets, thick as phone books. No one would be walking out of here alive. The numbing cold of the broken night had followed me in. Upstairs, the trio tangoed down the manor halls to the silent rhythm of their murderous hearts, the blood of their victims rust on their lips. Vince Mugnano, Pilot Providence, a.k.a. Big Brother, and Joe Deadpan Salem. The pistol was a frozen lump in my hand, piercing the skin, gnawing me to the bone.
So, whether we end it early with this mission or go a bit late, this is going to be the last one for today. And I think that next Friday we should be finishing this one.
In death, the thug had been promoted to messenger. Someone hadn't enjoyed the Don's hospitality. Someone with a flair for the dramatic. Someone who had let herself out of a locked cell and past a couple of armed guards. My thoughts were on Mona again. I could only hope she was a good enough gambler to walk away while she was still winning, before she'd run into the trio.
I'm guessing her and Buffy go to the same self-defense classes. And if you wonder what that means, it's in the VOD of the first episode of this. But if you want to know right now, in case that VOD is no longer with us, I mean that in the previous episode we found a secret room where there was a body staked to the ground, and the writing in blood next to the man, almost writing down Buffy.
Payne!
Ow. Thanks for the Ingram, buddy. Because the engine finally opened. Grand opening, grand closing. Funny how that works. Funny how that works too. Fuck you.
It's Payne. Someone get the guys from upstairs. No, no. No one's going any place. Too late for that. He walks in, we waste him. Vinny and Joe and Pilot won't get the credit for this kill.
Neither will you. Punchinello's finest stock. I can see this place getting fixed up a bit down the line. Maybe even things out. Could make for a killer club.
It didn't take me long to run into the trio.
What do we have here?
The word on Lisa Punchinello was that she was a bit of a witch. The tarot cards on the kitchen table fit the picture. They weren't my kind of cards, but I was willing to take a crack at the hand Mrs. Punchinello had dealt. The first card was the Tower. Maybe that was supposed to be the Manor. It got easy after that. The devil was the master of the house, and death was me, coming for him.
Maybe, Max, but death typically represents change. A new beginning. So what are we beginning, Max? End of the old, beginning of the new? Pilot, was it? Take wings and fly, my friend.
1 down, 2 to go.
I suppose it was too good to be true to hope for something more. Okay. Carrying on. The next room it is. Guess there were big on butterfly collections in here. And moths. Pleasure stacks. Where was that one hiding? Plant Man. Was poison ivy not available? Guess not. Well, in these kind of situations, you gotta have a bit of a sense of humor. Oh, we're full. Delicious legal drugs.
Take care of him. I want him dead. Take care of him. I want him dead.
I've got him scared. Now if only I could see him.
Take care of him. I want him dead.
Yeah. I'm imagining this is jammed. I'm not even given an option to touch. Things are serious indeed. Okay.
Go.
That door's seen better days.
No stopping him.
This will. This will stop anything. Hey, come.
Let's see where number 3 is. Hiding behind a bed like a 5-year-old. Okay.
It was too late for her.
You're a real angel, Max.
I couldn't tell whether it was Mona or her sister. The body was a mess. The sick bastard had really gotten a kick out of it. Seeing her lying there got me thinking about another woman's body on another bed. Got me thinking about a fallen cradle.
PTSD. Exactly what we needed at this point in time. A helicopter. On top of everything, a helicopter. Hello?
Max Payne.
Talk to me.
Alfred Woden. You've got company. An armed helicopter just landed on the manor grounds. You must hurry.
The more the merrier.
End of the road, Payne.
Vince Mugnano.
That was a weird bug, but I'm not gonna complain.
Punchinello's trio was done for.
Bye, buddy. Yeah, all of them are done. All that's left is the big dog. And whoever was the woman on the phone. Because I'm sure it wasn't Mona.
Outside my door. Hurry. He's coming for me. You gotta hurry. Please.
I could hear Punchinello on the phone begging for help. He should have been saying his goodbyes. Punchinello was a pushover. The moment I stepped into the room, he folded like a deuce before a royal flush.
No, wait. I was just doing what I was told. I couldn't refuse. She's someone high up. Government, maybe. I don't know.
He was trying to buy more sand for his hourglass. I wasn't selling any.
Oh boy, fun.
No,
here come the Blues Brothers. 1, 2, and 3. Professionals with glasses and headpieces.
Drop it.
Ah, great.
Game over, Max Payne.
I imagine if it's just shot her in the head. Right when
I could tell when I was outgunned. It was time to take another beating. The mystery witch was a real barracuda. Trouble on dagger heels, a smoking assault rifle in her hand, and an army of killer suits behind her.
How sweet. I get to kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Hello?
Sooner or later, it was going to catch up with you.
Mr. Payne, It's time to show you the benefits of my brew. Be a good boy now.
You'd find that Lady Luck was really a hooker. You were fresh out of cash.
Oh, the irony.
Gentlemen, we're done here. Take me to Cold Steel.
She had just given me an OD of Valkyr. I could feel green fire eating my brains. They turned to steam. They did a fade on me. I'd never had a chance. The witch had got me just as sure as if she put a gun to my head and pulled the trigger.
That is certainly a
The shadows
very
rushed me. Bruised
strange
mugshot
way to
faces hungry
enter
for
a
revenge.
chat.
They knew my weak spots and closed in for the kill. The floor turned into a vortex of green blood.
Not really, no.
I fell.
The flesh of fallen angels.
I've got nothing to prove. Okay. Let's see. Oh boy. Where are we? There's certainly a way to enter someone's chat and make a comment.
Who's there? Max? Max, is that you?
This time I can't even open these. No phone call, no nothing. Just a Valkyr symbol. This is a bit awkward as I was playing to end the stream for now. But I guess since I have another review, I might as well do a bit of continuing. At least finish this mission.
Max? Where are you, Max? Please.
Yeah, let's see, anything here, anything here. Boy, I sure do love trips. The most trippiest of trips.
No, please, Max, no. I'm sorry. Please don't, Max, no. Please.
The mind of a man who blames himself for everything that happened to him. He's not at fault.
Max? Where are you, Max? Please.
Well,
The letter was staring at me.
it's not so much about the stomach, it's just that I've been going for a bit and I had a schedule that I was planning to keep. But then again, I was supposed to end it like 25 minutes from now.
Bartender is shiny stuff and dreams are made of stooped necromancers. He sings like a banana wrist, having strayed too close to the constellations on their shaved skulls.
It was a bad line in a prank call. Someone spouting insane babble. I couldn't make sense of it. But I had an overwhelming sense of deja vu, and the caller's voice sounded oddly familiar.
If it makes sense when you're high as hell.
The weird piece of paper looked dangerous. There was something disturbingly familiar about the letter before me. The handwriting was all pretty curves.
You're in a computer game, Max.
The truth was a burning green crack through my brain, weapon statistics hanging in the air, glimpsed out of the corner of my eye, endless repetition of the act of shooting, time slowing down to show off my moves, the paranoid feel of someone controlling my every step. I was in a computer game. Funny as hell, it was the most horrible thing I could think of.
Okay, so I must have skipped checking the other piece of paper because he originally, in the first one, he says that he's in a graphic novel.
Don't lose it.
I don't
It's
think it has to
Valkyr.
be.
The drug. Snap out of it. Try to remember.
It was a bad line in a prank call. Someone spouting insane babble. I couldn't make sense of it. But I had an overwhelming sense of deja vu, and the caller's voice sounded oddly familiar.
Coca-Cola, really? High in sugar. My ADHD go nuts. Now where am I going? Oh boy. Oh great. Here we are again. I do hope that my mic isn't picking up the sound outside. Ah, of course, that all makes sense. I bet there was a bit of crocodile as well. I say sarcastically. Oh god, I hate platforming in this part. Oh no! I can't believe that worked. No. Gotta be at an exact angle. Ha! Max, we gotta lay off the fuck here. This is not good for you. Yeah, this is not doing. If I remember correctly, I'm supposed to follow the baby screams. The louder they get. So this has to be the way. Ah, nope. Overshot that. I'm lost. I feel like I had to go on a lower level. Of Max Payne, featuring Max Payne, played by Max Payne. Okay. No. Whoop. Up. Okay, much better.
Max! No! Max!
Murderer! You killed her!
You can't kill me! I'll kill me! Wait, no. The embodiment of survivor's guilt. Blaming himself for something beyond his
Max,
control.
something happened at the office today. A strange memo. Something about Vikings.
Honey, I gotta run. You can tell me all about it this evening.
Have a nice day, darling.
The bullet holes were rubies on her chest, blood glowing on her ivory skin. She was so beautiful. The killer was smiling.
The flesh of fallen angels.
Yep, he blames himself for his wife's death.
Slowly, the green nightmare faded,
chest.
leaving dark stains on my soul that would never come off. I felt like flatlining. I was all shook up. I woke up in a cold sweat, sick and tired to the bone, lying in a puddle of my own puke. The hag had said take me to Cold Steel before it had all gone crazy. It was a clue. The only one I had. It took me forever to crawl back to my feet and hit the road, but when I did, I drove straight to Cold Steel Foundry outside the city. There was a whole lot of action around the place for a freezing winter night. Trucks coming and going, men running. I had the drop on the mystery witch. She thought I was dead. I was on her blind side. I was going in. The bad trip had put me in a crazy mood, adrenaline pumping through my aching veins. Staggering on the mill roof in ice and snow and wild wind, I was a ninja. My kung fu was strong. I wasn't kidding anybody. At best, I was Superman on kryptonite about to fall through a skylight, down to where it was all going down. A half-abandoned industrial area in the middle of nowhere. The factory was a perfect front for any number of illegal activities. In the belly of the plant, molten metal boiled and bubbled like a witch's brew.
Casualty status.
And with that, I believe that this is the appropriate moment to end stream. We will continue next time, next Friday, and likely we will conclude the first Max Payne game. Now, what we'll play afterwards is a little bit obvious, but we'll see when we get there. Until next time, I'm Kaiju-Z, and we will see each other, if not on Monday, for the MMO Monday, then on Friday, for Max Payne 1. Have a good one, everyone.